The Boeing F/A-18E and F/A-18F Super Hornet are advanced, carrier-capable multi-role fighter aircraft derived from the McDonnell Douglas F/A-18 Hornet, serving the US, Australia and Kuwait. The F/A-18E is a single-seat variant, while the F/A-18F is a tandem-seat model, both being larger and more advanced than earlier Hornet versions. Capable of both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions, the Super Hornet features an internal 20 cannon and can carry a variety of weapons and external fuel tanks. It can also serve as an airborne refueling tanker. Known as Rhino in the US Navy, the aircraft first flew in 1995, with full-rate production beginning in 1997 after Boeing's merger with McDonnell Douglas. The Super Hornet entered US Navy service in 1999, replacing the F-14 Tomcat, and continues to operate alongside the original Hornet. Australia's Royal Australian Air Force began using the Super Hornet in 2010, replacing its F-111C fleet. The Boeing F/A-18E/F Super Hornet is a twin-engine, supersonic, multi-role fighter aircraft designed for carrier operations. The F/A-18E is a single-seat variant, while the F/A-18F is a tandem-seat version. Both models have impressive specifications. General characteristics: crew F/A-18E, 1 pilot, F/A-18F, pilot and weapon systems officer, length 60 feet 1.25 in wingspan, 44 feet 8.5 in max takeoff weight, 66,000 pounds, internal fuel capacity up to 14,700 pounds. Performance, maximum speed, Mach 1.6, 1,190 miles per hour. Range, 1,275 nautical miles with armament. Combat range, 444, 489 nautical miles, depending on mission and fuel load. Service ceiling, 52,300 feet. Rate of climb, 44,882 feet per minute. Armament. Guns, 1x20, MMM61. A 2 rotary cannon. Hardpoints 11, capable of carrying up to 17,750 pounds of payload missiles. AIM 7, AIM 9, AIM 120, AGM-65, AGM-84, AGM-88, AGM-158 and more bombs. JDAMs, Paveway series, unguided bombs, naval mines and cluster bombs. Additional features: flares, decoys and targeting pods. Avionics equipped with advanced radar systems like the APG-73 or APG-79 defensive systems include jammers, radar warning receivers, and towed decoys can carry external fuel tanks, targeting pods, and refueling pods for aerial refueling operations. The Super Hornet excels in air-to-air and air-to-ground combat, with robust avionics and weaponry for versatile missions. The F/A-18E/F Super Hornet is a redesign of the McDonnell Douglas F/A-18 Hornet, which traces its origins to the Northrop YF-17. Originally proposed in the 1980s, the Super Hornet was designed as a larger, more advanced version of the Hornet, addressing the latter's limited combat radius. After several military programs were cancelled due to budget cuts and technical challenges, the US Navy saw the Super Hornet as a cost-effective alternative to replace aging aircraft like the F-14 Tomcat and A-6 Intruder. The Super Hornet was first ordered in 1992 and began flight testing in 1995, with full production starting in 1997. It shares many characteristics with the original Hornet, such as avionics and maintenance procedures, but is a largely new aircraft with a longer fuselage, larger wings and greater fuel capacity. It replaced various Navy aircraft types and was anticipated to save $1 billion annually due to fleet-wide standardization. Subsequent improvements included the Block 2 version with advanced radar, larger displays, and other avionics enhancements. Boeing also proposed a Block 3 version featuring conformal fuel tanks, stealth upgrades, and increased service life. While some advancements like conformal fuel tanks were tested, not all were adopted due to cost and performance challenges. In 2023, Boeing announced plans to end Super Hornet production by 2025 due to declining demand and competition from the F-35. However, an additional Navy order extended production until 2027. The Boeing F/A-18E/F Super Hornet is a significantly larger and more advanced version of the original Hornet. With 20% more size, 7,000 pounds of additional empty weight, and 15,000 pounds more maximum weight, it carries 33% more internal fuel enhancing its range and endurance by 41% and 50% respectively. Its airframe was modified with a larger fuselage, more wing area, and 42% fewer structural parts for efficiency. It is equipped with General Electric F-414 engines, providing 35% more thrust. The Super Hornet features improved survivability with reduced radar cross-section (RCS) measures, electronic warfare capabilities, and standoff weaponry. Its design incorporates radar signature reduction techniques such as specialized air inlets and panel alignment to scatter radar waves and reduce detectability. It is not as stealthy as the F-22 but has a much smaller RCS than previous fighters. Avionics include the advanced AN/APG-79 AESA radar, digital fly-by-wire systems, the AN/ASQ-228 ATFLR sensor pod, and advanced communications systems like the Mid-S JTRS terminal. Block 2 models introduced several improvements, including better radar, night vision compatibility, and upgraded defensive systems. The Joint Helmet-Mounted Queuing System, JHMCS, enhances situational awareness and targeting, while reconnaissance capabilities are provided by the Sharp pod. The Super Hornet can also serve as an airborne refueling tanker and offers enhanced bring-back capacity, allowing it to return to carriers with more fuel and munitions. Development of Block 3 upgrades, including enhanced avionics and longer service life, is ongoing as of 2019. The F/A-18E/F Super Hornet entered US Navy service in 1999, achieving initial operating capability in 2001. It first saw combat in 2002 during Operation Southern Watch and later played a key role in the Iraq War, flying various missions such as air support, strike, escort, and refueling. Over time, the Super Hornet has been a versatile asset for the Navy, replacing older aircraft like the F-14 Tomcat and taking part in multiple global operations, including those in Iraq, Afghanistan, and against ISIS. In 2017, a Super Hornet shot down a Syrian Su-22 fighter bomber, marking its first air-to-air kill. The Super Hornet continues to serve as a major combat aircraft, with updates such as Block 2 upgrades featuring advanced radar and avionics. Additionally, the US Navy has been converting some Super Hornets for use by the Blue Angels. Internationally, the Royal Australian Air Force began operating Super Hornets in 2010, replacing aging F-111S, while the Kuwait Air Force has also placed orders for the aircraft. Other nations have shown interest in acquiring the Super Hornet, although many opted for alternatives such as the F-35. The F/A-18E Super Hornet is the single-seat version, while the F/A-18F is the two-seat variant. The EA-18G consists of two F/A-18Fs, modified as prototypes for the EA-18G Growler, which is the electronic warfare version designed to replace the EA-6B Prowler in the US Navy. The advanced Super Hornet includes features like conformal fuel tanks, CFTs, a reduced radar cross-section, a stealthy weapons pod, and the IAST-21 sensor system. Though the US Navy did not pursue the advanced Super Hornet, some features like the IAST sensor have been integrated into the Block 3 variant. The RAAF has expressed continued interest in CFTs and reduced radar cross-section features. In conclusion, the F/A-18 Super Hornet is a true workhorse of modern military aviation. With its advanced technology, versatility, and combat-proven capabilities, it has become a crucial asset for the US Navy and allied forces around the world. From air superiority and strike missions to electronic warfare and refueling, the Super Hornet continues to excel in a variety of roles. Its constant upgrades, such as the Block 3 enhancements, ensure that it remains a dominant force in the skies for years to come. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more in-depth videos on military aircraft and aviation technology.